Just start from 5. Start 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
Ready? That's
Good evening, and welcome to each of you on this beautiful day at the Bender home. My name is Rachel Zelenik. I am Michael's cousin, maybe his favorite, and I am truly honored to be performing this marriage ceremony today. Melissa, Michael, and their families are so glad to have you here in person and virtually on the screen. Melissa and Michael, you started this ceremony by circling each other, a Jewish tradition that symbolizes the intertwining of your lives. Not only the intertwining of your individual lives, but the intertwining of your families and of your loved ones. It's a reflection of the important step you are committing to take together. And now you two are standing under your stunning wedding chuppah. As the open sides of a chuppah symbolize the graciousness and hospitality, the chuppah today invites all of your loved ones to feel welcome and included in witnessing your commitment to each other. A Jewish wedding is a communal event. While it is certainly about the couple, the two of you, and the lives you seek to build together, it is also about the creation of a Jewish family, lador vador, from generation to generation. May each of you who are here feel invested in the future of Michael and Melissa's relationship and family. To Lisa and Joel, and Gloria and Buzzy, Melissa and Michael are so happy to have you close to them during this ceremony. They want you to know how much they appreciate your love and support, and they return that love to you with the deepest gratitude. They also hope their marriage will be like yours. They see you balance each other, take care of each other, and value each other. They are privileged to have you as role models. There are also a few loved ones who have served as role models for Melissa and Michael in so many ways and who are here with us in spirit. Melissa's grandparents, Jack and Sophie Bender and Marcia Shaynock, and Michael's grandparents, Lou Beth and William Nemzin and Max Bluestone. Today I know you're holding them all so close in your hearts. And to Charlotte, Michael's grandmother, we're so honored you're here with us virtually from Pittsburgh, and we miss you very much. Melissa and Michael, now, just take a moment and breathe, okay? You made it. And while this wasn't necessarily how you originally pictured today, you are standing here because you put your love above all else. Melissa, Michael shared with me that you are his rock. He can't imagine there being a situation that you couldn't handle in life, that he loves you so deeply and with every ounce of his heart and soul. He loves how much you care, and he really can't wait to start a family with you. He is so inspired by your desire to do good for other people and leave the world in a better place. He asks himself every day, man, that's the person I get to be with for everything, for life. Like, how in the world did I get so lucky? Michael, Melissa shared with me that you balance her, that she loves how you will always tell her how it is, and you communicate your feelings and thoughts in such an honest and true way, that she can't wait to continue to make some non-traditional choices with you so that your life could be reflective of who you are as a couple. She appreciates how much you care about the people in your life and your family. You make her laugh, even when she does not want to. You lift her up, and she is so madly in love with you. So we're now going to move into the Ketubah ceremony. In Jewish tradition spanning more than 2,000 years, the couple sign a marriage contract called a Ketubah, which has spiritual significance but is not legally binding. Typically, Ketubah signings are private, intimate affairs with immediate family and occur prior to the ceremony. But today, Melissa and Michael chose, quite intentionally, to incorporate it into their wedding ceremony and to have each of you witness it. Today, their Ketubah will be signed by two witnesses, Pam Rosen and Melissa Golding, the bride and the groom, and me. Pam and Melissa, can you please join us up here? Perfect. Okay. So this Ketubah will be framed and hung in their home, and Jewish wisdom shares that if a couple finds themselves in a rocky place, The most grounding of actions is to reread this, your Ketubah, together and remind themselves of the commitments and promises they made to each other on their wedding day. Now, one by one, we'll sign our names. Pam, you're going to go first, okay? Here's the pen. And you're going to sign right there, okay? Yeah, right there on the top. Mm-hmm.
Pen ready?
Yep, it's ready. Perfect. And you'll stay up here until the end. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Melissa, you're up. Okay, you're gonna go. Do you see where to sign? Right there. Okay, perfect. Leave it. All right. Okay. You guys are doing great. Okay. You have a good team. Guys, sit down. Thank you. Okay. All right. So if there is a Hebrew blessing that is more relevant than ever these days, it's the blessing of and for gratitude. We all have so much to be thankful for, and especially today. So as we conclude our Ketubah ceremony, I'm going to recite the Shechianu together with Michael and Melissa. And after we recite it, we welcome everyone in person and virtually to say Amen. Okay, ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Okay. Praised are you, Spirit of the universe, who keeps us alive, sustains us, and brings us to this moment. Okay, so I literally have to pinch myself to remind myself that I'm standing with you here today. Under your wedding chuppah. There's a Jewish saying that from every person glows a light. When two souls destined to be together find one another, their light flows together into a single brighter light that illuminates our world. This is exactly what happened with the two of you. Melissa and Michael actually met as the tiniest of babes in a playgroup in Houston. You might have been each other's first friends. That first friendship was a doing of your mothers, though, who probably just needed some major adult interaction, and you just happened to have tagged along at really no choice of your own. Fast forward 25 years. The year is 2014. The location, Atlanta. Melissa was living in Atlanta, and I actually had the distinct pleasure of knowing her before Michael did as an adult, when we lived in the same city and were connected through a mutual friend who was Melissa's college roommate. When we met for coffee for the first time, I mentioned to her about my cousin Michael, who I said was so super cute and thinking that one day they could meet. I even showed her a photo of him on Facebook to entice her to want to know more. Well, 4 years went by. Michael was traveling the world on back roads, and Melissa was pursuing becoming the boss doctor that she is. While in the background, little did they know that their future love connection continued to brew, and kind of without their knowledge. Melissa's best friend, Kaylin, happened to have seen Michael at a party at their mutual friend's home. She didn't know him, again thought he was so super cute, and had 2 questions for the host. Is he single, and is he Jewish? Thankfully, the answers were yes to both, and Kaylin immediately went over to him with one sole intention, making a match for Melissa. So thank you, Kaylin. Your work and commitment is deeply appreciated by all. Over the next 6 months, the number of mutual friends that Melissa and Michael had grew tenfold, but somehow the 2 of them still never met. It was like their universes were spinning around them, but their lives just didn't intersect. But timing is everything, isn't it? Their friendship finally started, and as only a millennial relationship does, it was via texting and FaceTime. The first time they FaceTimed, Michael was jaunting around the Venetian canals, and Melissa was in Atlanta trying to figure out a cooler and maybe more impressive background than Venice to sit in front of. Seems about right. Michael hopped on a plane to come visit his cousins in Atlanta, but it was really so that they could finally meet in person. It was at their first date that they realized 2 important things. 1, they are so totally different, and 2, they were so intrigued with each other that this whole relationship thing could actually work. At their first date, Michael said he liked being the center of attention, and that when he started Backroads, they told him to rein in his personality. And then we have Melissa, who does not like to be the center of attention. Michael is expressive, Melissa is a bit more secretive. Michael can talk to a wall, and Melissa would prefer not to try. And their relationship almost didn't make it when Michael learned Melissa hates sushi. But what matters most in life is what they have most in common. Their deep love for family, for close friendships, for staying in touch with people they love, for being outdoors and soaking in fresh air, staying grounded, hardworking, motivated, and inspired. This is what will guide you both through your life together. This is what really matters. Over time and from across state and country lines, they built their relationship, not just with each other, but with their families. Melissa met Michael's parents at a Houston wedding without him, and Michael spent 5 days in Lake Como with Melissa's parents without her. They spent less than 100 days together in the same location before Michael asked Melissa to marry him. They just knew it was right. And interestingly enough, I think we all knew at one time or another that it was right, and the scheme finally worked. Now, Melissa and Michael have returned to life in Houston after spending 120 days traveling the country in an RV and somehow still madly in love. Their beautiful adventures on this road trip are truly just a microcosm for what their life will bring to them. You're returning to Houston confident that you are and want to always be the best possible team. Confident that you can literally do anything together and ultimately raise a family that is reflective of your values as people and of Judaism. You two are soulmates in every sense of the word. As we move through our ceremony together, now is the time to l'chaim, to you. We'll say a couple of prayers of betrothal and the wine glass we're using today is Max and Charlotte Bluestone's, Michael's grandparents. I'm going to say a prayer first, and then we'll say the blessing over the wine together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, al pakashat ha'ava u'mekadesh et ha'avatinu, al yadei hupa u'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh et kol yoshvei tevel, al yadei ha'ava. Praised are you, Spirit of the universe, who lifts us up through holy celebration and awakens us to seek love and to sanctify our love through this ritual of the chuppah and marriage, who makes us and all who dwell in the world holy through love. Praised are you, Spirit of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine. together. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
You drink first and then you hand it to Melissa. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Melissa and Michael, this is the very moment where in the eyes of your family and friends gathered here, and in the eyes of Jewish law, you become husband and wife. These words are a paradox in that they should not be taken lightly as you are making a commitment to one another, but at the same time should be taken very lightly, as a life lived with lightness and joy is an incredible and meaningful life indeed. Okay, I'm going to hand it to Michael. We're going to get the rings from Charles. Okay. Okay. Michael, please repeat after me as you take Melissa's ring and place it on her index finger. Harei at
Harei at
Mekudeshet li
Mekudeshet li
B'ta'abat
V'ta'abat
Zo
Zo
Kedat
Kadat
Moshe
Moshe
V'Yisrael.
Ve'Yisrael.
With this ring,
With this ring,
you are consecrated to me
you are consecrated to me
according to the tradition
according to the tradition
of Moses and Israel.
of Moses and Israel. Melissa, there are very few times in my life that I can remember feeling 100% certain about something, be it a decision, an emotion, or a person. And although we had spent very little time together, after one weekend in Atlanta, one weekend in Houston, Thanksgiving with both of our families, and of course, a quick trip to Pittsburgh to meet my grandma, I have been 100% certain that we are the right people for each other. I love you, and I am devoted to you. In a life full of incredible blessings, I have been given two mega gifts that stand out above all the rest. The first was being born into my supportive and loving family, and the second is getting to stand here today and marry you. Now for my vows. I promise to always put you and our family first. I will treat you with kindness and respect, even in those moments we may disagree. I promise to take care of myself so that I may always be a strong source of support to you and our children. I will be a good friend and playmate to you, and I will do all that I can to support your career, interests, hobbies, and friendships. And finally, I promise to be here for you, to stand by your side, no matter what life may bring. In committing to these vows, I hope to always be a source of peace and comfort to you as you are to me.
Okay. Thank you. Melissa, please repeat after me as you take Michael's wedding ring and place it on his index finger. Anila Dodi,
Anila Dodi,
Vidodi Li.
Vidodi Li.
I am my beloved,
I am my beloved,
and my beloved is mine.
my beloved is mine. Michael, I do not know what the future will bring, but I realize that, for me, it is enough to know that it will be with you by my side. Thank you for showing me what true love is and what it means to find your soulmate. I will never take for granted how lucky we are. With that, I vow to love you unconditionally as you are. I vow to be there by your side for both the hard times and the best times. I vow to support you, encourage you, and celebrate with you. I promise to challenge you and push you to be your best self. I vow to learn to view the world from not only my perspective, but yours as well, and to understand that my intention is not as important as the outcome in your eyes. I promise to make you laugh, inadvertently, as is my specialty, and to not let a day go by without laughter. I vow to continue to not rush the moments, despite your protestations that we are running late, and to appreciate your love of logistics, but not let it overtake you. I vow to give you my heart completely, with no boundaries or limits. I vow to choose you every day for the rest of my life. I have loved you. I love you. I will always love you.
In addition to your vows to each other, you have also made promises together as written in your Ketubah. I'll read a few of them out loud. May we always act with humility and kindness toward one another as equals. May our friendship deepen and bring comfort and stability to our partnership. May we continue to learn from one another and challenge each other to grow together as individuals. We promise to share our hopes and dreams and support one another in becoming the people we are yet to be. Let us remember that life is an adventure, not always predictable, but this story will always be ours. Together we promise to build a warm and loving home filled with trust, generosity, laughter, and respect for all people, a place that is enriched by the values of our families and traditions and our faith. So just as the two of you have promised each other, we also have a promise to make to you, all of us do. Many have come from far and wide to pledge their support for you and to say not only, yes, I am here for your wedding, but also, yes, I am here for your marriage. We are all here for you today and all the days to come. Melissa and Michael's connection to Judaism has been solidified and anchored by their parents and grandparents. Melissa's parents are now going to wrap Melissa and Michael in Melissa's grandfather, Jack's talit, a four-cornered garment. This wrapping symbolizes the love and comfort that surrounds you today and that you will continue to feel for the rest of your lives. While they are wrapped, both sets of parents will come under the chuppah and bless their children with the Lord's Prayer, the traditional Jewish prayer for parents to bless their children. Throughout their lives, Melissa's grandfather would say this prayer to his children and grandchildren, so it is incredibly meaningful to the entire family.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace and happiness.
So before we say the traditional blessing, we want you two to know how blessed we are to have you as our children.
May God bless you and keep you.
May God shine his light upon you and be gracious to you.
May God be kind to you and give you peace.
Love you. Take the tallis.
Melissa and Michael, may you two always remember that feeling of being wrapped in affection. And may you always remember the values instilled in you by those you love most. Now I'm going to go into the 7 blessings. May the life you share together be as sweet as the wine we drink today. Blessed is the source of life who created the fruit of the vine. May your love for one another always be a source of inspiration and happiness, Blessed is the source of joy who creates a wonderful, brilliant world. May your journey together be blessed with generosity and forgiveness. May you enable each other to fulfill your dreams, and may you be committed to the paths of courage and of hope. Blessed is the source of generosity who created such good, remarkable people, the two of you. Wherever you travel, there will be a lot of places, and wherever life takes you, may the love of your family and friends always echo in your hearts, even across great distances and time. Blessed is the source of love who supports the edifice of love. With the strength of your relationship, may you help transform the world in big and small ways. May your love for each other be a source of warmth and inspiration for your community. Blessed is the source of healing who brings well-being to the world through her children. May you always find refuge tucked within your love, a place to hide out, a place to reflect. Blessed is the source of safety who brings joy to the brides. Blessed is the source of life who creates wonder, pleasure, song, and delight. May the bride and groom be filled with gladness and rejoicing, love, harmony, and companionship. And may they be blessed with lots and lots and lots of peace. Blessed is the source of life, who is the source of peace. Michael and Melissa, after this ceremony, it is now my absolute honor and pleasure to officially pronounce you husband and wife. You'll now take part in a long-standing Jewish tradition of breaking the glass. Many interpretations have been offered regarding the significance of this act. Some say it represents a breaking with the past and a headlong stride into the future, or the shattering of two single lives and their transformation into a couple. After Michael steps on the glass, we invite you all in person and virtually to shout Mazel Tov as loud as you possibly can. Okay? All right. There you go. Mazel Tov!